Okay, so we've all been there, right? You pour your heart and soul into a project, and then the final report just lands with a thud. Well, this explainer is all about changing that. We're going to break down how to take all that complex information and make it clear, concise, and really compelling, so your work can actually have the impact it's supposed to.
You know that feeling. A super dense report hits your desk, it's packed with jargon and charts that go on forever. You try to focus, but your eyes just start to glaze over. It's a feeling we've all had, and it's a huge sign that really important information is getting totally lost in translation. And look, this is exactly why being clear is so critical. The people reading your report aren't all going to be fellow experts. You've got policymakers who are deciding on funding, community leaders looking for real solutions, and all sorts of other stakeholders who just need to get what you're doing. Every single one of them needs to understand your message, and they need to get it fast.
So what's really at stake here? I mean, an unread report isn't just a waste of time and paper, it's a huge missed opportunity for making a real difference. Let's dig into why this matters so much.
Really, it all comes down to three big things. First, you expand your reach. Your work gets out of its little bubble and becomes useful to way more people. Second, you enhance your impact, because let's be honest, clear findings are the ones that actually get acted on. And finally, it promotes inclusion. It shows that you respect every reader, not just the specialists.
Okay, so if being clear is a no-brainer, why do so many reports completely miss the mark? Well, let's meet the four main culprits, the common barriers that end up trapping all those valuable insights inside a document nobody wants to read.
First up, we've got jargon. You know, all that technical lingo. Sure, it's useful shorthand when you're talking to other specialists, but for everyone else, it's basically a locked door. It makes people feel like they're not in on the secret, and they just check out.
And then there's the classic wall of text. You've seen it, just long, unbroken paragraphs and a layout that makes zero sense. When you do that, readers have no idea where to look for the important stuff. And honestly, most of them will just give up before they find it. Oh, this one is huge. Data without a story is just numbers. It feels abstract, it feels impersonal, and let's face it, it's boring. We're all human. We connect with stories, not with a spreadsheet. If you don't tell a story, your findings have no power.
And finally, picture this. A reader actually makes it all the way to the end of your report. And what do they find? Vague, wishy-washy conclusions. If your recommendations don't give people a clear, practical next step, the whole report just falls flat. All right, enough about what not to do. Let's flip this around and talk about the solutions. Here are some real, practical tips you can start using right away to make your next report clear, compelling, and way more effective. The single most important thing you can possibly do is to think about your audience first. I mean it. Before you type a single word, just stop and ask, who am I actually writing this for? A policymaker? They need the bottom line fast. A community leader? They want to know how it affects their neighborhood. You've got to tailor it all to them. Just look at this. It's a perfect example. The before is so clunky and academic. Outcomes were positively correlated. What does that even mean? But the after? It's simple, it's human, it's powerful. Participants with fewer resources showed the most improvement. See? That's what plain language is all about. It's not dumbing it down. It's just speaking clearly. You've got to think like a journalist here. Use what they call the inverted pyramid. Put your biggest, most important finding right there at the top. Don't bury the lead. Then use really clear headings and bullet points like signposts to guide your reader through the report. Make it super easy for them to scan and find what they need. This right here, this is the power of storytelling. We could just say financial literacy improved by X%. But telling the story of Maria, who's now saving for her child's education, wow, that gives the data a human face. It makes the impact feel real and something you can remember. Weaving in little anecdotes like this is an absolute game changer. And please, when you get to the end, don't just leave your reader hanging. Tell them what you want them to do next, and be specific. Don't just say, more support is needed. No, say something like, we recommend allocating an additional $10,000 to this program. Give them a concrete, actionable next step. Okay, so you're using plain language, you're telling stories, you are well on your way. But before we wrap up, let's talk about a few common traps that can still sink all your hard work. Avoiding these is really the key to mastering your report. These are the last few hurdles. First, data overload. Just resist the urge to throw in every single number you have. Keep your main report streamlined and clear. You can always stick the super detailed stuff in an appendix. Second, think about visuals. Simple things like a clear font and colors that are easy to read make a world of difference. And last, but maybe most important, always answer the so what question. Tell your readers straight up why any of this matters. So let's bring this all home. Because at the end of the day, writing a report isn't just some academic exercise you have to do. The whole point, the ultimate goal, is to turn your information into actual, real-world action. See, when you make being clear and accessible a priority, you're doing more than just sharing what you found. You're empowering people. You're giving them the tools and the understanding they need to make smart decisions and, actually drive meaningful change.
Here's the best way to think about it. Your report is a bridge. On one side is all of your amazing, deep technical knowledge, and on the other side is the real world where that knowledge needs to be used. Your job is to build a bridge that is strong, clear, and so easy to cross that anyone can get to the other side.
So next time you sit down to write, don't just think about the data you have to present. Think about who you're trying to reach. Think about the change you want to create. And ask yourself, what's the story my report is going to tell?